July 5, 1943. On the Kursk plains, thousands of German and Soviet tanks prepare to engage in the greatest armored battle in human history. But amidst the roar of V2 engines and the black dust of the earth, a machine that does not belong to this era suddenly appears. Not a Tiger, not a T-34, but a main battle tank from 2025 with composite armor, a 120mm gun, AI sensors, and absolute night fighting capability. The question is, what would a technological beast from 2025 do in the hell of Kursk in 1943? Kursk is a huge battle between Nazi Germany with Tiger, Panther, Ferdinand, Soviet Union with T-34/76, KV-1, 45mm anti-tank guns. A world where radar is primitive, no modern kinetic energy penetrators, no information warfare, no IR technology or night vision devices. The Battle of Kursk was a close-quarters battleground where tanks decided the outcome. But the appearance of a main battle tank in 2025 breaks all that rule. An outsider with a power that surpasses its time by 80 years. The question is a modern MBT really immortal when thrown into a chaotic battlefield crowded with tanks and artillery like Kursk? As the dawn of Kursk just broke, the MBT of 2025 emerged from the dust. Suppose it was an M1A2 SEP V3, or a Leopard 2 A7V, or even a T-14 Armada. The technology is almost equivalent, and all are nightmares for WW2 tanks. The terrifying advantages of the MBT 2025. Composite armor plus ERA. The Tiger's 75 or 88mm armor-piercing shells are almost useless. Gun stabilization system plus thermal sensor. Hit moving targets from 3 to 4 kilometers in the dust. APF DS 120mm shell. Pierce Tiger or Panther like paper. Speed, electronics, encrypted radio. The MBT 2025 fights like a machine of the future, while the opponent still uses analog sights and communicates with flags. The first Tiger tank appears. It rotates its turret slowly. The 88mm gun fires. Kang! The shell bounces off the front armor of the MBT 2025 without leaving a trace. In the opposite direction, the MBT 2025 fires a single shot. Boom! The Tiger exploded like a fireball. The turret was thrown dozens of meters away. The German crews panicked. When a future tank is capable of crushing an entire armored company in 5 minutes, but it is alone in a sea of steel with more than 6,000 tanks participating in the battle. MBT 2025 rushed into the center of the Kursk battlefield. The thermal optic system helps it see through dust, fire, and smoke. On the German side, Panther units opened fire in large numbers. Bullets hit the armor like hail. Useless. MBT 2025 counterfired. One shot at a target, Panther burned to ashes. On the Soviet side, T-34 tanks did not understand what was happening. Some units thought it was a German super tank. They fired, but the 76mm shells could not penetrate. Artillery begins to rain down. Hundreds of 152mm, 105mm, 88mm anti-aircraft guns. A storm of steel rains down on the MBT 2025. It is shaking. The sensors are constantly warning. The electronic system begins to overload. The temperature of the engine compartment is rising. Dust, mud, strong vibrations cause the stabilization system to lose performance. Overwhelming numbers make the difference. Not because the opponent is strong, but because a tank, no matter how modern, cannot fight alone against thousands of enemies. When artillery continuously rains down, when T-34s surround from 4 sides, when infantrymen close in with magnetic mines, explosives placed on the tracks, MBT 2025 is finally isolated. It destroys more than 300 tanks before the turret jams, the side armor is punctured by a lucky shot, and the engine fails. Not because WW2 weapons are stronger, but because the Kursk battlefield is a metal crusher. Weaknesses of the MBT 2025 when falling into WW2. Electronic systems are very sensitive to dust, vibration, and close-range artillery. Without jet fuel supply in 1943, modern tanks will run out of fuel in a few hours. Cannot be repaired because all technology is too far beyond the level of engineers at that time. Overwhelmed by sheer numbers, Kursk is not 1v1. No support network, recon, UAV, logistics, Air Force strength is reduced by 70%. One MBT 2025 can destroy hundreds of WW2 tanks, but it cannot change the outcome of the Battle of Kursk. The modern tank is a god among ancient warriors, but in the hell of Kursk, even gods fell when swallowed by a sea of fire and steel. War is always changing, weapons are getting stronger, but the rules remain the same. No machine is immortal. No technology can save a warrior when he has to fight alone. If a 2025 tank was crushed at Kursk, then what will happen when the technologies of the future collide with modern warfare today? If you want me to do more what-if scenarios, leave a comment, subscribe, and hashtag like to not miss the next part, because the next battle could be even crazier.